Hey y'all, and welcome to Apron Strings. My name's Gay, and if this is your first time here, I sure am glad to have you. And if you are a new subscriber and you've been here a few times and you're kind of feeling your way around, welcome to you. Thank you for all of my regular subscribers that are back, waiting on me to get back in the kitchen and make some more videos. Today is the Friday before July 4th. And I wanted to share this dessert with y'all, and I'm going to be real honest, it's my first time making it, but my friend whom I've met through my YouTube channel, Susan, sent me this recipe and said she's been making it for over 40 years. Her mother got it, I don't have my glasses on right now, I think she said her mother got it from a magazine or something and made it, and then she of course picked up where Mom left off and she's made it. Now, we have to do something first. We have to open up the pineapple and drain it and cook the juice with some sugar and cornstarch till it thickens, and then add the pineapple, let it incorporate, and then I've got to put it in the ice box to cool, and then once it gets cooled and chilled, that's all the cooking there is involved. We'll get this dessert made and we'll have it ready. I'm just going to put it in the ice box and keep it because I'm sure April and the kids will come up for the 4th. But I wanted to get it where y'all could make it if you wanted to for your holiday. So let me get the, I'm going to open up my pineapple can here. Some days, I think I'm getting old and weak. Some days it's hard for me to get those lids to come off. Let's see if I can get it all out. I'm just going to put it through a little sieve here. We always just called it a strainer. Get the strainer! And you want to get all the juice out that you can because you want it to all thicken to start with. And then I know this much because my mom, and I'm going to make it for y'all one day, Mom used to make just a yellow layer cake, but she cooked this pineapple icing to go on it, y'all. That was delicious. And that icing was very good to put between the layers of a coconut cake that had the 7-minute frosting on it. It was very good like that too. But Mama was famous for her pound cake, and prior to learning to make that pound cake and wearing that recipe out every week, she made this good pineapple cake. But this one, you don't have to make a cake. Okay, I've got it pressed through pretty good. I'm going to put it on the stove with 3 tablespoons of sugar and 2 packed tablespoons of cornstarch. And I'm going to let that heat. Got to save that bacon grease, that's liquid gold. I'm just going to heat this until the cornstarch and all is incorporated good and that starts to thicken. Then we're going to add our, get all the lumps out. Then we're going to add the pineapple in and just let it heat through. Then I'm going to put it in the ice box and let it cool. And then okay, I've got all my cornstarch mixed in well. Got the fire under it and going to get it simmering and thickening. It won't take that cornstarch long to thicken once the liquid gets hot. And then we'll add in the crushed pineapple and let it go from there until it's heated really well. Now you want to watch it and whisk it pretty regular because it'll start to thicken, and it'll thicken in one place and it won't be thick in another, and it'll kind of lump up. You can stir the lumps out, but anyhow, you want it to consistently, and I can tell it's getting thicker. The direction says to heat it until it's clear and thick. That means it's lost that white, milky cornstarch look that it had to start with. It's still going to have the yellow pineapple-y color, but it's not going to be milky. Alright, I'm going to add my pineapple in. And it was squashed dry, let me tell you. Which is good, because you don't want to add a bunch of extra liquid in here when you work to get it thick. You don't want to thin it. I'm going to let this heat through real good. And then I'm going to put it in the ice box to cool down so we can finish this dessert and I can get this video uploaded where y'all run to the store and get the stuff to make your own. Okay, it's heated through and I'm going to get it in another bowl out of this hot pot and let it cool down in the refrigerator, and then we will assemble our dessert. We'll get it in the ice box and let it chill. You can do this the day before, and you'll have it ready to put together. Alright, I'll bring y'all back in just a little bit when it's ready to get on to the next step. Okay, my pineapple stuff is just about cool enough in the ice box, so I'm going to mix up 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I'm going to add in 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar and mix that. Scrape it down and add my sugar. It might not have been quite soft enough, so I'm gonna, but it's whipping good, so maybe it was. I'm gonna whip it just a snitch more. I want to be sure it's mixed up really well because I don't want it grainy in there. Okay, we need 1 1/4 cups of whipping cream, and I'm going to use the whisk attachment on my KitchenAid to whip it real good and stiff. Okay. It's starting to thicken up some, but not enough yet, so we'll go a little bit longer. Okay, see, it's good and stiff, so I'm going to get the cream cheese and the sugar, and we will mix it in with this. I'll be right back. Okay, I mixed it just a little bit more to try to be sure that it was all incorporated well. I'm going to mix it real slow so it won't destroy the whipped cream. We scrape it down a little bit. Make sure it's all doing. It's pretty well mixed. Okay. My little cookies aren't wanting to stand up on the edges for me, so I'm just going to do the best I can. I know it's going to taste good, but it might not be so pretty, but we'll see. Cream goes on the bottom layer of the cookies, so let me see if I can put some of that on. And I'm afraid they're just going to all want to tump over. If Susan's watching this, she's laughing at me because she's probably got it down pat and it just does perfect for her. A little layer of that. Then we need another layer of cookies. So let's see what we can do about layering cookies again. Once you get it going, they kind of hold those side ones up, but I don't know what the secret is to making them stay in place to start with. And I think I'm going to do it like this. Put that little piece right there. And then I'm going to put some more whipped cream on top. Once you get it kind of going, it layers a little easier. So I'm going to tell y'all, if I do this again, and I'm sure I will because I've tasted of the stuff and it's good, I'm going to do it, I'm not going to try to do it in a pan like this. I'm just going to put it in a 9x13, kind of like I do my banana puddings. Just to third this out, make it 3 layers. So let's try one more layer of cookies. How about it? And see, maybe I wasn't supposed to break those to fit them in there, because they would be sticking up to hold this in place. Now, see, we got enough stuff to do another layer, so it's just going to heap it up. I don't know. We shall see. See, y'all get to go along on my maiden voyage and see all that happens. We were supposed to get a tropical something or another. Thank goodness we didn't. But it was supposed to be a rainmaker. Well, it hasn't been. And we need rain so bad. It's so dry. Terribly dry. And I've been having trouble with armadillos rooting and eating the roots around my rosemary bush and my hydrangeas. Okay, I'm going to put this little dab of the pineapple that's left, as much as I can, on the top. I'll just let it be sparsely on here. And then, when this sets up good, we'll put a few maraschino cherries on the top for pretty. And it'll be ready to eat some of. Okay, I've got it layered in, and I only used about 1.5 boxes. So I don't know what I've done wrong, but anyhow. I'm going to let it set up, and then I'll come back and we'll take the thing off and see what it looks like. Okay guys, it's been in the ice box and it's good and cold, so I will see what happens when I take this off. Look at there. After all the trouble, it looks pretty hot and picking good. Let me get my cherries and put on the top to make it a little bit prettier. Okay. I'm going to get a knife and cut it, and I hope it looks as pretty on the plate as it does right here. I'm proud of it. You can see the layers in there, and it's pretty, and it's not real syrupy sweet. It's a nice, light, fresh dessert that's different because of the crunch of the little ladyfinger cookies. And there's the one I cut. I kind of tumped it over, and it don't look too pretty. I'm going to hurry up and try to get this one uploaded, where if y'all wanted to make it for the weekend or for the 4th of July, you'll have it in time. Thank you, Susan, for the recipe. I expected it to be rich and very sweet, but it's not. I figured that when I started making it and saw that it didn't have any more sugar in it than it did. So I kind of struggled getting my lady fingers to mind me, but it ended up being pretty. So y'all can either do it like this in a cheesecake pan or whatever you call that pan, or just layer it in a regular 9x13 and serve it out of that, whatever dish you want to put it in. But it's really a good one for the hot summertime. Very refreshing. You don't have to heat your oven up. Hope y'all have a wonderful 4th of July. We in the United States are blessed to have our independence and freedom, and we need to pray for our nation that we will maintain our freedom and independence, that our leaders will make wise choices in our behalf, and work to serve the people that they were hired to serve. God bless and keep y'all. I'll see you again in just a few days, and I'll try to have a whole lot more to say that day. Y'all have a good 4th of July, or whatever you're doing on Monday, and I'm going to plan some more good videos. The good Lord bless y'all.